How to find the equation of a straight line that passes through a coordinate point. Let's look at a question. Uh, okay, from the previous slide about the equation of a straight line, you do realize, or you can remember still, that a straight line has, this is the equation of a straight line, y equals mx plus c. We know that m is the gradient, that is the steepness of the line. Here, just beginning 2 points here, across 1 up to, so the gradient here is 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2. And C is where the, we call it y-intercept. And C is y-intercept, where the line passed through the y-axis. So if you look at this line here, C is 4, because that's where the line passed through the y-axis, and that is the y-axis. Interesting thing here is, and x is always 0 here. If x is always 0, then it has to pass through the y-axis. So x is always 0, and then you find out the coordinate there is 4. If it is in a different format like this, here find the equation of a line with gradient 2 and passes through 0, 4. Pretty simple. 0 means this is x and that is y. So C is 4. You can say that. X is 0, y is 4. Look at it here. X is 0, y is 4, and C is 4. And the gradient has been done for you. Gradient is 2. 2 up, 1 across. Now what you do here is basically put these numbers in here. So you put gradient is 2, so m is 2, 2x, and c is 4. So you do that. And then you get your equation. Let's look at it a little bit in detail. Okay. Now, because we got the gradient 2, remember these equations, always equation of a straight line, y equals mx plus c. Always remember this. So we now put, where we see m, we put 2 because m is the gradient. So we have y equals 2x and then plus c. But if you look here again, c is 4. But if the graph is not given, you just see the question this way. If x is 0, c is 4. That's where the line passed through the y-axis. So basically, you can just use that 2x plus 4. But if you want to work them out properly using algebra, using coordinate, the way it works, now use this equation, y equals 2x plus c. Now here, use this coordinate. If x is 0, y is 4. So here y is 4, because here x is 0, y is 4. Now y is 4, so that becomes 4. If x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0 plus c. So you can see here, c is just 4. c is 4. Put it back into the equation. So the equation of the straight line now becomes y equals 2x plus 4. Done. Remember, you don't have to work through this equation here. You don't have to work this. See, if you are given that it passes through the point 0, 4, that number here, 4, is the value of c, because that has to be 0 for that to happen. It has to be 0 for that to happen. So here, basically, the gradient is given 2x, and the c is given 4, so it becomes y equals 2x plus 4. Done. Let's look at this question. Use the information given to find the equation of a line. The gradient is minus 8, and it passes through 0, 12. Remember, this is the equation of a straight line. Y equals mx plus c. Remember this. Do you want to have a go at this? And then press pause, and then when you're done, press play. Okay. So here we write the equation of a straight line, y equals mx plus c. So m is already given because it's the gradient, and it's minus 8. So y equals minus 8x plus c. But obviously here, c is 12. because if x is 0, y is 12, so the line passes through that point. C is 12 here, so here you can quickly y equals minus 8x plus 12, done. But again, if you want to use the algebra way, so x is 0, here y is 12. Just to make a little substitution here, that is 12 equals minus 8 times 0 is 0 plus c. So in that case, c is 12. Put it back into this equation. So you have y equals minus 8x plus 12. Done. Now I'm going to give you some to try. Try these questions. Use the information given to find the equation of a line. There are 4 of this. Press pause. Have a go. When you're done, press play. Okay. Let's look at this. First one, the gradient is 6 and it passes through 0, 1. Again, so here y equals mx plus c. So m is already given to the 6x. It passes through 1. Because x is 0 here, c must be 1. So that is 6x plus 1 done. Want to use this approach? Well, here y is 1. And then 6 times 0, x is 0, 6 times 0 is 0, plus c. And then c is 1. So you can have y equals 6x plus 1. Remember, with this kind of questions, you can avoid this step quickly and just pick the gradient, which is the gradient is given, become 6x, and then plus c. You know, if that is 1 here is plus 1. And so that's it done straight away. Second one, gradient is 12, and it passes through 0, 6. So again, quickly, gradient is 12, so y equals m is 12, so it becomes 12x, and it passes through 6, and that is the y-intercept. So it becomes 12x plus 6. Gradient is minus 9, and it passes through 0, 10. Again, y equals minus 9x, because that is the gradient. Minus 9 is the gradient. So minus 9x, and then it passes through 10 plus 10. Because here, listen, x is always going to be 0 here. If x is 0, then this is the value of c straight away. But you got to remember this and make the substitution. Finally, gradient is minus 3, and it passes through 0, minus 4. So y equals minus 3x, because that's what that is, minus 3x, and it passes through minus 4. So c is minus 4. The sign here is very important. So the equation now is y equals minus 3x minus 4.